Chris Clenshaw, what a great writer. See, I give you a 10-second session. You can all, get your pitchforks out, get your weapons out,
No,
whatever.
I don't like Chris Clenshaw. It's not a cult. He's not some great TV writer. I don't know why he's Irish. I was just like, am I expected to do the intro here?
No. I had to count 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Wait, 10 seconds. It might have been 15.
With Mississippi's in there as well.
So I counted 10 seconds, and you're allowed now to get all your pitchforks out. This is about Chris Clenshaw.
This isn't about Chris Clenshaw. This is who is your favourite executive producer, which in my case currently is Clenshaw. And also, I will say, this list only goes from like 2000 onwards. They don't really tend to look at the 90s or the 80s. Like, Tony Holland and Julia Smith, they're pretty fucking good, but they were the showrunners. Maybe it was different. But yeah, it's an interesting one because everybody starts at different points. Usually that part is your favorite era. I started in 2008, watched it for about a year or two, and then stopped. And that's obviously the Diedrich Santa era. And I picked it up in 2018. Not my favorite era either. Definitely don't like 2018 to 2022. But yeah, what's your favorite era or producer?
I mean, just because, like, for the funny bit, Chris Clenshaw, so I can just, get all the angry commenters down. Bloody Chris Clenshaw.
But the show's not been good in 20 years.
Exactly.
Still watch it though weekly.
It's like the fucking Keanu comment, isn't it? Why'd you stab him in the heart? You could have stabbed him in the arm. It's like, bloody hate the show. Bloody hate it. But I'll still watch it every week, and I'm invested in the storylines, but I fucking hate Chris Clenshaw.
Yeah, do you want to just scroll through the names? So people can have more of a physical view of it.
So here we have Chrissy C, Cree,
Chris Clenshaw, 2022 onwards.
Kate Oates, which it's a big fucking prop, so you can't see her forehead.
I like how they've only gotten a picture of her on the Coronation Street set.
I just noticed that. Yeah, I just noticed that. Kate Oates, Johnson.
No. They had a weird, like, little grouped up era where Kate Oates started in, like, I think it said 2020, but they were kind of linked till 2020, but in the middle there.
We have Sean O'Connor. You can't see his head, sorry lads. You only see the bottom half of his face. Sorry there, pals. Dominic Treadwell Collins, again, can't see his fucking eyes. I'm sorry about that, lads. There's Dominic Treadwell Collins. You a fan of Dominic?
2013, 2016. Yeah, there's some good stuff in there. Obviously, he headed up the Who Could Lucy stuff, which is still very good. Yeah, he's decent enough.
Laura Newman.
Lorraine Newman. I have no fucking clue.
Brian Kirkwood.
He was fine, I guess. That 2010 to 2012 period is decent enough, but I'm pretty sure he may have been the one who killed Pat for no reason.
Dedrick Santerre.
Obviously, he did like the Mitchell sisters. He kind of put Peggy back on top. Did Archie storyline. I think Deirdre Santa's probably like a very close, like, top 2 for me in terms of, like, genuine talent.
Kay Harwood.
No comment. I don't know.
Kathleen Hutchinson.
I don't know why we got such a awkward fucking close up of her face, but yeah.
We got a fucking mugshot of her. Blink once if you're held hostage, Kathleen. Blink twice if you're not. Louise Bridget,
Berridge. She looks like Moira from Emmerdale. Yeah, nothing.
John York.
See, 2000 to 2002 is a good thing, but 2017 to 2019. Yeah.
He's the fucker who fucking killed
the Aidan Maguire storyline. Max's fucking emo phase. When Max was gonna seek revenge for getting set up for Lucy's murder with the Wilmot Brown family. Yeah, not really the finest of errors in my opinion. But yeah, all right, we can see enough of that. If I had to rank my top 3 at this point in time, probably some recency bias. I would give it probably number 3 would be Dominic Treadwell Collins. I think number 2 would be Diedrich Santa, who did the 2008 to 2010, 2007, 2010. And top 1 for me is Chris Glenshaw, as he's masterminded some of my favourite storylines of the show and put EastEnders firmly back in that top spot of number 1 soap for me.
Yeah, okay, so just reading on. Favourite executive producer. Personally, I love the Dominic Treadwell Collins era.
Fair enough.
Santero was my era. He was far from perfect. No producer is. But some of the storylines, Ronnie Danielle and her death, Christian Said, Lucas, Stacey's bipolar, probably the best mental health depiction I've seen on TV, not just soap. And the list goes on. But not just the stories, the relationships were so rich and interesting, and they had so many good friendships, just lovely.
Yeah.
I know earlier periods were probably better, but this first period I remember. I absolutely hold it dear to my heart. I also really love the first year of the Dominic Treadwell Collins with the Lucy story, one of the best stories they've ever done up to the reveal. Yeah, the reveal
Classic.
The reveal.
It really did shit in everybody's cornflakes. Like, fair enough, it was Bobby Beale who killed Lucy. Like, it is shit. It is shit. But out of who you were going to choose, who were you actually going to pick? You know, you can't just ruin... Well, it's because... I don't remember where I read this, and this could be entirely bullshit and someone's conjecture, but I do remember someone saying that they wanted to set up like a new Nick Cotton in this time period. And so I'm pretty sure the same comment said they both wanted it to either be not Felix, Vincent. They wanted it to be Vincent because when he returns, Kim is like fucking terrified that he's coming back. Or they wanted it to be Bobby Beale, who is going to be a problem child. Obviously, they didn't really deliver on either record, but yeah. It's interesting enough. I do, obviously, like I said, there are... All of the different producers have some of their cruxes. Like the the Kate Oates era, Ben Mitchell, Whitney Dean, Gray Atkins. Those are your main characters. Those are the main characters. Shut the fuck up. It's time for more Whitney Dean. It's time for more Gray Atkins. Get me out. Please, no, please. 2018 Alfie Moon.
She's responsible for it. Wait, hold on.
She's not responsible for it, no. Right. That was not Johnson. No, it was 2018. 2018. What the fuck? Hold on. John York? Oh, yeah, it's John York. He was at the start. He came in from 2017 to 2019. He was also there from 02 to 2000 to 02.
What did Alfie Moon do to you, John York? What did Alfie Moon do to you? I'm just gonna pick your nose.
Just fucking hate you. I hate you. Obviously, in the start, he did a lot of good stuff, like introducing the Slaters. Fucking, I assume he masterminded the Little Mo. In 02, she introduced Alfie Moon, Dennis Rickman, Andy Hunt, Chrissy Watts, Stacey Slater. Fucking banging. Yeah, there's some really good stuff in the earlier times. It's just that a lot of people who watch EastEnders now probably weren't watching it back then. um, but yeah, it's interesting enough. I do agree. The Teacher Santa era had a lot of good stuff, and I will say that's one thing that I think even now kind of struggles. Now they struggle to have good friendships. Like I don't like most people don't really have friends. And it's like Bernie. Bernie has Felix. Everybody else she liked is dead. You know, like or gone. It's like even it's something that they kind of struggle to do because obviously back in the day you had some really good stuff. You had fucking you had Patrick and Jim. You had Gary and Minty. You had uh Roxy and Christian. There are a lot of these Shirley and Heather. You had these friendships where the friendships would be like the blueprint for just some fun fucking episodes because it's just people dicking about. And it feels like it doesn't really happen. I guess now technically you have what Ravi and Zach where they both just fucking scream at each other when they're upset.
Pinky.
Fuck off, Zach. Fuck off. Fuck off, Ravi. What are you being a dick for, Ravi? It's like, guys, supposed to be mates. Just talk it out, man.
Pig off a Ian Ash and Piggy conversation off camera.
Yeah, alright, carry on.
Guys, you might have noticed I'm testing the cameras again. I've pressed number 1. So you see Ash on his you see his lovely lock of hair. My answer.
Singular lock.
My answer still.
This is all a toupee, baby.
Of these York 2001, I don't know if you have that bar in the UK, but whenever I hear York, I think of fucking Yorkie.
Hey, yeah, we have Yorkies.
Fucking, why was he named York?
Because that's his name.
York 2001 for Who Shot Phil. Oates March to July 2019. And March to July 2022 for showing that EastEnders are still capable of meaningful storylines through Gene's bipolar in 2022.
Yeah, I will say that Gene bipolar storyline was great. It's just there was also a lot of shit. Like I look too badly on that era because it is overshadowed for me for like the new bad boy Ben Mitchell, the fucking Whitney having a really big storyline every 6 months, for the Grey storyline that went on for way too fucking long. But also, I don't mean to denigrate Midnight Mitchell, but they are Midnight Mitchell, and there was a lot of Mitchells in this time period. So, but it's a good thing. It's fair play. The Gene bipolar was fantastic.
Chrissy CC, Chrissy Glenn. July 2022 to present for giving EastEnders a second chance, being the only current substitution to dot. Well crafted soap and focus on characters, interactions and progression.
Yeah, Coronation Street, Hollyoaks, Emmerdale. I think Hollyoaks is in a good place, but it's been quite tarred right now. But fundamentally, EastEnders has been the most competent soap for the last 2 years. And this was for someone who EastEnders was number 3 for like years. It was number 3 for 4 years because it was in a shit place.
Continuing on, John York looks like he could be Ian's lost brother. He could be Ian's brother, who's an alcoholic choreography teacher. Dedrick also looks like he should be a character of that one.
Fair enough.
Poor John York.
Fucking alright. Fucking Chris Martin from Coldplay. Fucking gigs trying up, are they?
Fucking, it was not all yellow, was it?
It's all yellow.
Oh no, I'm thinking of Secret Tunnel. Tunnel.
I don't fucking know, mate. My Coldplay material doesn't run that deep.
No, it's not Coldplay song, but when you went, it's all yellow, my mind instantly went to Secret Tunnel.
I don't know what that is.
Tunnel through the valleys. Best Deirdre Santerre. Worst Sean O'Connor. Literally acts so many good characters. I can't think of one good one he brought in. York's
All right, let me have a little bit of a Sean O'Connor. What did he do? Who did he axe? Who did he get rid of? The Sean O'Connor era. All right, here we go. Throughout his time, he had mostly negative responses. He wrote off and killed Ronnie and Roxy. Yeah. And pretty much everybody was fucking fuming. He axed the Cokers. He axed Andy Flynn, Lee Carter, Kyle Slater, Buster Briggs, Babe Smith, Claudia Hubbard, and Masood Ahmed. They all left because they were fucking fuming. There were some actors that were displeased with the direction of EastEnders under Sean O'Connor and had threatened to quit. Various characters who returned was Tiffany and Morgan Butcher, and with Ryan Malloy and fucking Libby. Fuck, Jesus Christ, what a fucking shit list. What a fucking terrible list.
Hold on, Morgan returned. I did not fucking hear about this.
Oh, are you excited for Libby? Are you ready to rock with Ryan? Fucking. Sean introduced the Taylor family consisting of Karen, Keanu, Bernadette, Keegan, Chatham, and Riley. Yep, great one. Yeah, fantastic family. I bet they all go on to do really big things. Like how one of them's main thing is they died. They died. Sean developed many storylines during this era, including Max's Revenge, which got fucking shit canned. Like, he still had revenge, but he also was supposed to go on for like 3 years. The rather Taylor family, Liam Whitney's miscarriage, Denise's pregnancy of Phil's child, and the death of Paul Coker. Yeah, fucking that was the start of that was the start of the adult Ben Mitchell trauma arc. Which never ended, of course. It never stopped. And Dot's blindness. Who the fuck cares? Apparently he did a storyline focusing on the bins in the square. Who the fuck knows?
Top character, top 10 for me. Fucking bins on the square, let's go. Continuing on. So is that Sean O'Connor that we hate?
Yes.
Dom, Treadwell Collins. I'll never forgive Kirkwood for killing Pat. Heather as well. Why do they all only mostly last 2 years? They probably only get 2 years contracts. They either don't renew or the BBC don't offer a new one. I wonder this.
I mean, it's just a hard thing to do. You don't want the show to get tired. You don't want the show to kind of... Most people have their main ideas of what they do, but when you go out a bit longer, it usually doesn't happen. Like, not who spent the most years, who had the longest run of executive producers? Chris Clenshaw's coming up to 2 years and a bit. Kate Oates was pretty much there for 2 years. She was there for about 3, roughly. Yeah, it's usually only a very short period of time because most people have their immediate storylines that they'd want to do and then kind of start shitting their pants. And plus, if you do it for more than 2 years, I feel like you kind of give them a bit much power where they are genuinely deciding where the show's going to be. And if you don't like the way it's going. But then most people generally have a peak in this position of 2 years, and it doesn't really get better than that. I do think that there's a high chance that Clenshaw starts to buck the trend though.
From John York 2000 to Deirdre Santa in 2010. Kirkwood did a terrible job. 2011 was an awful year for EastEnders. Santerre leagues above the rest, followed by Treadwell and Hardwood. York? Fuck. I so forgot. No, let's say Santerre, York, then Treadwell. Why does Lorraine look exactly like Joe Frost? Alright, fucking picking on looks. Santerre and Treadwell, Dominic.
Alright, let's just see if people write more than the name.
Why have you ignored pre-2000s due to not being one specific executive producer? It's quite complicated. John Connor because he killed off Ronnie.
Yeah.
I'm not sure one of the best.
Come on!
Definitely the worst.
No fucking shot. Fuck off. Fuck off. How's he the worst? The Six has been the biggest storyline in soap for years. It's the weird thing, and I'll just use the final moment to this video to just shit on this take. But everybody wants a whodunit until you have to see the aftermath of a whodunit. It's like, it's fucking boring now. It's like, well, yeah, of course it is. The hype is in figuring out who does it. Then the aftermath is them trying to see if they get away with it. You know? It's all about the danger. It's all about seeing if they're gonna get fucked by their decision. Like, everybody wants a fucking Who Shot Phil or a fucking Who Dies at Christmas. People don't want the aftermath of it, and I feel like people just misunderstand. This is exactly what whodunits are. Like, except the main difference is we spent the first bit figuring out who killed Keanu and who dies. And then since then, it's now about trying to protect each other, like everyone. It's people seem to forget that this is exactly what whodunits are like. Everybody wants one, nobody wants the aftermath. Everybody complains about the aftermath, so therefore the whodunit was shit. It's not fucking not though, is it?